people, this is Francine and this is my channel. Welcome home, beloved. So beloveds, I am here for another message. I feel like I need to just kind of take it out, all my cards, and tell you what I heard. So there was something weird about this one. This message, I heard murderous intent, and then I felt drawn to the Galactic Heritage cards. The Galactic Heritage cards are these. I don't usually break these out for love readings, but there's a love reading that's involving your galactic heritage with regards to your ancestors, with regards to your blueprint, like where you've been in the cosmos. And there's something here about murderous intent. What the hell is that about? So we're gonna see what that's about. But if you're new, thank you guys so much for being here. If you are returning, thank you again for being here and being committed to seeing what this message and what messages come through. And thank you for just being your authentic selves, for your comments, for your likes, for all of the support. It means a lot to me. So we have 4 things that came out. We have serious energy coming through. Let's see what else. We have Palladian energy. So there's some serious star seeds, some Palladian star seeds. We have, definitely Sirius is the strongest one I'm getting. We have saving humanity. So there's, so we're getting the energy of someone here who came on a mission specifically to assist as many people as possible. And this is why I mentioned the star systems first. It's because I feel as though the Sirius star seeds have this mission to enlighten a lot of people into seeing the power within themselves in order to affect change in the world, social change and justice. I feel like I think of Jesus as the ascended master. I think of people that came along that on a very grand scale changed the world. So there's something about you being a part of that. So you have a very, very big mission here. There are different missions and different sects and ways in which we come together as a collective to help one another in our own way, right? There's a community. But I feel like you're a part of the community and a part of the group and perhaps the oversoul of people that are here to make a huge difference with regards to the way things are done. And typically it's the people that are nonconformists. So there's something about nonconformity, and that's coming through. Your love life is very significant because it's representing something that doesn't conform to the ideal or conform to the norm. I feel like it's shifting, right? Society, you're seeing society shift. It may not shift fast enough for a lot of us, but that's what's happening. And it's because of the energetic blueprint, or not the blueprint, but the energetic resonance of people coming together with this goal in mind to help save us by opening us up to what is within us. So there's something about a lock and like you being that you're actually not the key in this reading. This means that you symbolically are taking on the form of the key, meaning you're like the first step in a wave. Something about like you either being that literally and coming back again and again and again, or there's something about you having your body, like your imprint, leaving such a hole that it's hard to you can't fill that hole. It takes you coming back over and over again to fill that hole in a new way. I don't know what that means yet. Living in the now is here. That's about being present, and that's about also being able to go between worlds. And I feel like this is about like going into the parallel reality with the cetacean dolphin coming through. This is about your connection to dolphins. When I think of living in the now, for some reason, I feel like I don't know why, but when I think of like the Japanese, I don't know if it's called kanji, but when I think of the kanji or the symbolism here, it makes me think of when someone gets kicked in the stomach for some reason, or when there's like pain. So there's something about sorrow and pain. And I feel like your throat chakra, like there's some painful words that were spoken to you, or painful words you've had to speak to, or you decided to speak to others. It could be an array of perspectives. either you feel like you were hurting another, or someone was hurting you, or you were just really blunt with someone recently. There's something about you being very present, or needing to be more present in order to, I don't know, there's something about you daydreaming and you needing to be more grounded. So there might have been like this kick, or like feeling of like when air is taken out of your lungs and you're kind of just forced to sit in an emotion that you may not like. Something about you being like knocked off kilter in order to really sit, and I'm hearing succumb to something, or to admit something, or to be present with an emotion rather than pushing it away and moving on. I feel like you guys have a high tolerance for pain here. And I'm not saying that's a great thing. I'm just saying what I see. I feel like someone here has a really high tolerance for pain because they've been through so much. So it feels as though you guys have gone over the hump though, because I'm seeing 43 and 85, those two numbers. And what's left between them is 42. So you've already gone a step beyond 50% of something. You've already gone a little beyond that. So you went over a hump, and it's really rough. There's something about you needing to be present in that emotion and letting yourself feel what happened there. I'm hearing daydream and daybreak. Something about the day. The dawn is coming, or the dawn is here. It's now. It's like right in front of you. So there's something about you needing to realize that you are where you need to be, and to be present with that. Be okay with that. Someone here is really creative and really imaginative, and sometimes they use that to get them to propel them elsewhere, and that's cool for a number of things: manifestation, visualization. I mean, like, all of these things are important, but there's something about you needing to be present for something. We also have stubbornness, so your spirit team is kind of addressing stubbornness, and it comes from a very deep place. It's coming up. It's number 40. Numerically in the cards, this is prior to what we just spoke about. So there's something about you in the past being pretty stubborn, and I feel like you found solidity in that, or like you kind of felt like that was a pillar for you. Something about you coming to this earth with like a focus, and like you being stuck to that. You saying, this is what I'm gonna do, and no one's gonna tell me otherwise. We have 72, spiritual commitment. That is helping me feel that sense too. 72 is like you made a commitment to come to this earth in order to assist. And I feel like your soul has incarnated in many different worlds in order to address different things. You came here to save humanity because you had a perception that humanity needed you. And there's something here about you making a commitment and not really knowing what you signed up for completely. So it's like you were willing to do it before you saw it. And I'm not sure how, I don't know, do all of us do this? Like the ones that are here to do these things. I don't know if we like were stubborn and just kind of said yes really quickly without a recognition. I don't know how much we knew and how connected. Like with our higher selves, I would say we're very connected, right? To know like we're gonna take on all this stuff, but I'm not sure how that feels when you're taking it all in at once. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to a contract that's signed, you're not seeing like a play-by-play of every single life in my perception, or how I see it. I feel like it's a feeling you get. How does that feeling feel as it's condensed with all of the thousands of millions of experiences that were difficult or beautiful? Like, how does that feel? If you were to condense all of your lives collective, if you were to condense every single experience, every single moment, all the pain, all the anguish, all the joy, all the ecstatic bliss, how would that feel? I wonder. That's what I'm trying to say is, did you know that back then? Or back then? Like, I don't know, that's coming through. Just thinking about that is very interesting. So observer is here. There's something that you're observing come to fruition for you in love. And there's something about you being stubborn to put work first before your love life for someone here. I'm just gonna be honest, you found like joy and solidity. You found stability in kind of overseeing a project with your soul's path and journey, and there's nothing wrong with that inherently. I just feel like this is a love message, and all I'm getting is work. No place like home, right? That is work, right? It is. You have 49 and 50 coming out. Yeah, so you're looking at home. Something about you guys looking at your past, maybe doing soul regression or getting visions or experiences of the past or of what home feels like to you or what home really is for you. This could be home here or home in yourself, right? Like a physical home, or it's your soul, like being comfortable with your soul. We have honoring your energy. I think you guys are learning to honor your energy more because you've been on this project for a long time. Your spirit team is like, you better honor your energy. You've been putting so much energy into everyone else. So changes are coming in for you guys. You're learning, not learning, you're teaching the people around you how to do this and how to, I'm hearing like so many things, how to plant themselves, how to power themselves, how to, I'm thinking of a power plant. I feel like you're a power plant, and I heard nuclear plant. So you could have been very destructive, but you decided to save humanity because you have an energy to you that's very, and it could be destructive in all the right ways, in the sense that it's breaking down trauma, breaking down pillars that were bred by, you know, fear. And I'm hearing exaltation. I'm getting a lot of words for you guys. There's a lot of power to you, and I feel like you guys are recognizing that, and you're now standing as a pillar for someone else, and for many, you will do that as you save humanity, because that is what you came for. So when saving, the thing with saving humanity is I think you understand what that looks like now. You're not truly saving them. You're allowing them the freedom to see what freedom looks like. So I feel like they're going to be able to step into that if they decide to do so, but it's not like you have to save souls. So this is feeling like someone here came from a religious background with Christianity and felt like they had to do that when they would go out and when they would share the gospel, when they would prophesy. You know, the expectation was there that shouldn't have been there, because it really affected how consistently you walked in your path. Because there's something about, like, you know, when you share the gospel and things like that, most people have an expectation. They don't really have this openness to hearing someone say no. They're more so like begrudgingly like, all right, whatever, or they're earnestly praying for someone to get into the, you know, to change their mind. But you don't know what's happening on the inside, right? There's something about you addressing this with love. You don't really know what's happening on the inside of the person you're with. You're just hoping that they resonate and that they're truly being honest with you. And there is a level that people can get to and fake. So there's something about you having like a deep knowing and connections, and you recognizing that fate is at play. So there's some people that came into your life that came for a reason, and you may not have seen them for who they were, and I'm hearing the snake that they were, but you learned lessons with them. You recognized that they were there for a reason. You were fated to meet them, to learn lessons on how you can appropriately respond to people's advances towards you, to people's like flirtatious like conversations, to how you feel when you're around these people, and if you're being completely honest, or being completely at home within yourself and being like your true authentic self with someone, or when you're masking, or when you're trying to fit in, when you're trying to be accepted to get that person to like you, or to get that person to continue to date you, to try to hold on to something in order to to get something that you receive from them. That was like the bare minimum for you guys. I feel like you guys are either addressing this, or you addressed this already. Your spirit team is just kind of walking me through your experiences here. There was a fair woman that was that was a vulture. This is a person with blonde, gray, or white hair. This person caused, or not caused, but brought about a lot of fear, maybe lack mentality, of anxiety and depression and worry that someone was against you. And this could have caused you a period of ill health and depression, because that threw itself out. You have someone monitoring you as well, but yeah, temporary problems. This could have been something that happened for a long time, but it's in light of eternity, it is temporary. We have family sorrow. This could be a person in your family. This person you had a lot of love for and affection for, because look at what we're getting after that. So there's something about this person disappointing you. We have you'll be taken care of, and your family, your ancestors they're going to bring about a lot of peace and harmony with you and your situation. I feel like there's a well that never runs dry. Know that there's a lot of people that love you, that really desire for you to be happy, that are with you, and they're likely helping with this. They're helping with this challenge to overcome here. And there's something about like their souls. They're really old. Disappointment in some affair has occurred, and then you guys, yeah, you guys have been through a lot of pain, so that's coming through. And naturally with people that are this ascended or this evolved, they tend to have that situation happen. So there's something about you climbing the ladder to success despite all of this hardship and pain. I'm sure there are more than just that one person, but there's something about this. There's so much I could tell you guys. So if you feel drawn to this energy and you feel like you resonate, please contact me if you'd like for a personal reading, or just contact me in general. And especially if you're a Gemini, please contact me as well. There's something about me needing to tell a Gemini something. But this is whoever's meant to hear that will hear that. My spirit team is just trying to communicate with a lot of you that resonate so far. So I feel drawn to another deck. Wow, there's true love coming in for you guys. If you haven't already met that person, it says this love is once in a lifetime. Wow, so you guys likely have twin flames, or like a very divine counterpart that's here. So the number 30 is significant. We have 43. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So there's a need for faith here for someone. So this means that you likely have met them already for someone here. And if you haven't, there's something about having faith and going through this long and arduous journey and enduring so many things. There's a spiritual commitment here to love that you have that will never fade. But there's something here about you feeling that love and joy and really experiencing it. They want you to act as if your partner is there, because I feel like for some of you, they aren't there yet, but they're with you in spirit. So consider them. Think about, when you think about, this is just an example, but when you're in the shower, right, and you're feeling like your emotions are starting to weigh in on you, and like they're starting to come through, and you're like, damn, either you're like feeling really emotional or feeling really, I don't know, turned on or whatever. Think about the person like being outside the door, and they're making some food for you, or like they're gonna come in and they're like, there's just so many ways you can visualize a person being there, and this is to help you kind of to grasp the gravity of the fact that they're going to be there, and if they're not physically there but you know who they are, that is the same message. So there's something about allowing yourself to not live in the past, live in the now, like your spirit team said, right? But to presently experience the person there as you're living in the present moment. Do you know what I mean? You're making new memories. Do you know what I mean? So you're not like thinking of something that you guys did in the past and then getting really emotional about it. I mean, address it if you are feeling that way. I'm not saying ignore it, but definitely allow yourself to create new memories. And it's so fascinating how the mind works. Allow yourself to see that there are so many opportunities for more after that too. Spend quality time together. So yeah, like imagining yourself spending quality time with this person. Imagine yourself talking to them, telepathically connect with them. I'm sure you guys can do that. If you would like more information, I mean, feel free to talk to me or to look it up. I feel like that's important. I feel like it's really good to look into certain things, topics like this. Telepathic communication is definitely something that we have as souls. Get to know each other, or telepathic communication. Get to know this person in your thought life. Number 44 is significant, as well as number 30, number 37, number 46, and number 43. So you could be 30, 37, 46, 44, and 43. We have something about sequential order for getting to know this person. There's something about like throughout your lives, getting to know a person on a deeper level in various ways. There likely is like a specific love connection that you have that's been with you in different forms. This person has been a lover, this person has been a friend, this person has been a soldier with you in war, a friend, this person has been a sibling, this person has been a child, and this like your child. So there's something about the nuances of connection and how in each life we get to experience loving this person in a different capacity, and it's all coming together for this one crowning moment is what it feels like. I'm hearing crowning glory. So there's something about the life you're living right now, it being a culmination of all of the things you've done to survive, and not just to survive, but to thrive and to save others, or to give and to implement the tools necessary to help others. This is your commitment. Your commitment is to love ultimately. This is all love in the end, no matter what the form of love it is. This is to teach people. I feel like you're coming into temperance. This is to allow yourself to see how nuanced you are and how you're changing constantly. And this is for you to learn how to honor your energy as you help them. So yeah, listen with your heart. Listen to your spirit team in this reading. Listen to the messages. Please take them in. Listen with a loving heart and disposition. Not with, you know, this energy of like hesitation or doubt. Or cautiousness or defense. You know, like when people put a wall up and because they don't know the person, it's like, I've learned that it's better to be open and to allow the person to come through than to form an opinion of somebody. That's what I feel with sometimes with people in readings. Sometimes I get the sense that there's like this judgment. That's not for you. That's not for you. And that's not for anyone else, right? We are all so unique. You're not going to find the same person twice. So you might as well stop trying. It's like a defense mechanism. I know that, but more and more we learn that doesn't work. Valve is significant. So someone here might have something with their heart, like a heart condition or something that they need to look into. This is only if you feel like this is related to you. This is not for everyone. But this could also just be valve as in your blood supply and blood flow. You are very connected to your spirit team. You're blessed. There's something about 22 as well. You could be 22, 50, or 49. There's something about you being blessed. Number 4 is significant. Stability is all over this. There's stability coming in for you. There's manifestation, power, more power. I feel like you guys are a little down on your luck or feeling a little low, and they're trying to tell you it's okay to tap into love messages. If you're a reader, it's okay to tap into the frequency of like sensuality, love, eros, agape, all forms of love, all love, all aspects of love. Please allow yourself to see that this is one of others, and that if you're like feeling uncomfortable with eros, please allow yourself to get in touch with yourself, get to know yourself, get to know that your higher self is like a partner to you. Get to know your higher self more on an intimate level. Because this physical body is what your higher self chose. You chose to come into a physical form, and that's what you're seeing here, and that's what you're experiencing. Now, blessed, you are very much blessed, and I feel like there's something there. There's a message through that. So 22 is the last thing I'll mention. It says something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected. Grace that is an unforeseen gift from spirit. There's so much grace surrounding you guys. You are moving toward a deepening of intimacy and a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union, blessed by the divine, will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that, even more important, you're being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. That's what we were saying. What I was saying. And then we have 50. No place like home. Authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. So this is a lot about you. Lovers, friends, and companion animals are at home in your life right now. You are in sync and full of love, and you can be secure in the knowledge that it is reciprocated. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety, comfort, and the best aspects of familiarity now. Be home in this relationship. Together, you add to the love of the world. Yeah, very true. And last but not least, we have observer, perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. And it says, sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself, in others, and in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. You might be connected to the reading I just did for a love message as well. I think that's a continuation for you guys. I feel like that message is really intricately wound or intricately connected to this one as well. So if you enjoyed this reading, if you feel like you are looking into the deeper aspects of what interpretations you've led or agreed to, that you've believed that are not true, there's something about an openness to seeing them for what they are. Please feel free to check that video, that other message out for more. Duality is coming through. Very important for you to see the person's perspective and to understand the other person, to meet their need for love in some capacity by just being yourself authentically, of seeing things more objectively and not subjectively. Honor this, honor what you're doing and what you're creating and crafting at this time. That's what I have for you guys. I hope that you resonated with this message. If you did, please like to support the channel and to support the energy exchange that you are taking on when you take in a video. That's just a way to support and to help the people in your community. Please like, share, subscribe, and also stay tuned for more readings. I would love to channel more for you guys. We'll see if the energy is just as it was or similar to this. I always am caught off guard by how different it can be. So I'll see you then. Take care. Bye.
Empty hearts.